Okay, so now let's get ready to do the craft of the Christmas tree decoration made with clay. We're gonna make a Christmas tree decoration with clay. Okay, so for this we're going to need the white clay if possible, air dry, okay, white clay. We are going to need some ribbon, scissors, a rod, a brush, a paintbrush, some paint in different colors, and then to create decorations I also have a toothpick, and I have different things to make imprints. I have a feather, I have some letters that I have here in the school, I have a cookie that I can use to make imprints, I have a leaf, and also, as you can see, I have covered the table with plastic. I have covered the table in plastic because I'm going to be using the clay on the plastic, and I don't want the table to get dirty, and I'm also going to be using paint, and I want the table to be super clean. And for the decorating part, okay, I've got a cup with a little bit of water, which we are going to use also for the clay, some smaller cups to put the paint in, and a little bit of paper so I can wipe the brush off. Okay, so now we are ready to begin. So let's roll our sleeves up and get ready to start. So now let's start making our shapes with clay. Okay, I'm going to open the clay and take a little bit of clay. Okay, I'm going to make two different shapes. I will separate the clay, and to work a little bit better, I'm going to be using a little bit of water as well to dip my hands into the water so I can work the clay better, a little better. I want to work it very good, very well, like as if it was plasticine. Okay, as if it was Play-Doh. Getting a little bit wet, just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to put it down. And with the water, look, there are some cracks here and in the middle. With the water, a little bit, look, I put my finger and I can rub it so I can make the cracks disappear. Okay, I rub it on the cracks so they disappear. So I get a smooth surface. Now on the other side as well, so I get a smooth surface. So I can work with it, and it's smooth and ready to be cut. Okay. Now it's ready. And I have here a cookie cutter, but you may use a knife. And I want a circle, so I put it on top of my shape. Before I cut it, look, it's not very thick, it's as thick as my finger or even a little less. Okay? So now I put it on my cookie cutter. I cut the extra out. And now I push it out and I have a circle. One. I'm gonna make two, so let's make the other one. The same thing. I get a little bit of water so I can work on it. A little bit of water and I start working. A little bit of water more, just enough. And I flatten it. Okay, flatten it very well. Maybe I can add a little bit more, maybe it's very small. So I flatten it. And I flatten it. And I take a little bit of water to get all of these cracks out of the way. And in this one, I want to make a star. How am I going to make a star? Well, let's make first a triangle. I'm going to take a rod. I'm going to put it here. And with the toothpick, I'm going to draw a little triangle. A triangle here. 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 Have a look. Got a triangle. And I'm going to make another triangle on the opposite way. So now another triangle here. Here. And here. Look, I've got two triangles. Now, I'll take the little bit of water and I'm going to rub out the lines in the middle. And now I've got a star. I'll take my knife and I'll cut the star with the line, following the lines. So I have a star, and a circle, And I have not finished yet. Remember, we need to make a hole so we can hang it. So I'm going to take my rod and I'm going to make a hole. I'm going to push it through. Push it through and very carefully I'm going to take it out. And on the other side as well. So now I have a hole. And the same thing on the circle. I'm going to push it through until I have a hole. Okay, we have our two shapes and the extra clay that we can save. Okay. And take some plastic film to save it for another day. Okay, I'm gonna put it away. Remember to wrap it in plastic. And now we have them here. Before they dry, okay, I'm going to do the decorations on it. Remember that I had some different shapes and different things to use. Okay, I had a toothpick so I can make drawings. I have a leaf. I have this cookie. I have this feather, and I have different letters. For example, for my round shape, I want to use the cookie, so I press on it firmly so I can get an imprint. And I get this funny, I don't know if you can see, bumpy decoration, and I can finish it off by marking it a little bit more. I can make the little circles around it. I can make it like this, and with that maybe I can add some extra decoration so it looks like a snowflake. So I made a little snowflake, and I can do something on the other side if I want. Okay, I'm gonna leave this as this one. And for my star, I'm going to take the S of Salt Idiomes and I'm gonna put it on top. I'm gonna make a super cool Salt Idiomes S. I'll push it in and then carefully I take it out. And I have a super cool Salt Idiomes S in my star. And I'll take a little bit of this to smooth it over. Just to mark it well with the toothpick. now I have the Salt Idiomes S in here. And now it's time to wait. It has to dry completely. Okay, so we have to now wait. So now let's wait. Ooh, we have to wait a long time, 1 or 2 days for it to be completely dry. 1 or 2 days of waiting. So what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to wash my hands, clean this table, and get ready for part 2. Okay? See you in a little bit. Get ready. Now that they are completely dry, it's been 1 complete day. Look, it's completely dry. Got the 2. Completely dry. They are ready to paint. So I'm going to take my paintbrush. I also have a little bit of water and a paper and my cups for the paint. So I'm going to put a little bit of red paint in one, a little bit of blue paint in another one. You choose your colors, okay? You can do whatever colors you want. Some yellow, and this one, and some orange and this one. Whatever colors you want or you have at home, okay? So I'm ready to start painting. I'm going to start with the star. I'm going to do the S in one color and the rest of the star in another color. I'm going to do, let's see, I want to do the S in red. Very carefully. The S in this red pink color. Very carefully. Okay, now I'll put the brush into the water to get rid of the extra red paint, and I'll brush it dry. And now I'm going to do orange for the outside. So carefully, orange for the outside. And once I am done with the outside, I'm going to color the sides and the back. the sides. Be careful, okay, it's wet paint. And when it's dry here, I'll turn it over and I'll color the rest, okay? I'm going to set it aside to wait for it to dry. Okay, again, I'll wash the extra paint in the water. And now I'm going to dry it off in the tissue paper. Now, for my snowflake, I'm going to paint it lightly in blue, but I'm not going to paint it normally. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to take a little bit of water to keep on spreading it around. So I get a very, very, very gentle blue around it. So that the center is more blue and the outside is a little bit more white. Okay? Also on the sides, I'm going to do the same. And now, if you want, remember that it has the shapes inside. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow with the toothpick, a little bit of yellow, see? And I'm going to trace it with the yellow. Very carefully. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to make it so that you see it. You can see the lines. I'm going to mark the lines. So now I have my lines marked. Okay, and I will continue with the blue and a little bit of water. I would continue to paint the rest of it. Okay, and I will let it to dry. And now that my S is dry, okay, my star is dry, I can finish it with my brush, and I finish painting the star on the other side. Finished. So now I have to wait for it to dry. So while we wait, let's wash our hands and tidy up everything. Okay? Now that the paint is dry, okay, we have finished with our stars and our snowflake. We're going to take the ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to cut ribbon so I can hang them. So I'm going to take about 30 centimeters of ribbon, more or less. Okay, one, and for the other, and I'm going to make it small so I can thread it through the hole. So I'll thread it through the hole. Okay. I need to make a knot. Okay, so tie it around so I can make a knot for my decoration, and the same for the other one. Okay, I'll put it through. And I will make a knot. So I can hang it from the tree. And these are my two decorations finished, ready to be hanged on the tree. The snowflake and the star with the letter S. I hope you liked it, and now you can make your own decorations in your house. Let's see if you can take some photos of your Christmas tree ornaments, okay? See you soon!